What up, peeps? It's your boy, the Penguin, and I'm sitting next to my boy, the Watt. The Watt.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Is this thing on?
welcome back, cutie.
Oh, my God. Well, you know what? I'm a little tired. We did just see the Sleepy Time Murders. No, wait. The what? What is it?
Happy
The Happy Time
Happy
Murders.
time. Yeah, come
I'm
on.
getting my times mixed up, but Sleepy Time Bear was my favorite Care Bear, so here's easy way. Welcome to the show, everybody. Penguin and the Watt reviews.
And we went and saw Happy Time Murders
Indeed, we did. Actually, just about half an hour ago.
a half an hour ago, yes?
Yep, we just got over our showing of Happy Time Murders. We're the booth.
The booth.
The booth.
So, Watt, what'd you think?
I thought very many pleasant things. Happy Time is in the title, and I had a happy time. Why, you may ask? I think we'll get to that when we get into the shit. We haven't used that phrase in a while.
Go ahead, get in the shit.
I'm going to let you give your brief thing, and then we'll get into the shit. Because
I'd rather you do yours, though.
okay, fine. And I'm going to get into the shit, ladies and
Get
gentlemen.
into the shit.
Getting into the shit. Say shit one more time. Shit. Fart noise. So personally, I'm a big fan of the Muppets. Always have been.
Me too.
Hey, where have you guys been? You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes I don't know if I'm a man or a Muppet or a very manly Muppet. I love the freaking Muppets. I've always been a very big fan of Jim Henson. I've watched the Being Elmo documentary. Love Jim Henson. I even watched that workshop, the Creature Creator Workshop. No? It was a reality series that kind of took off of that face-off stuff. Anyway, good stuff. Very big fan. The only one I wasn't a big fan of, because it scared me, was Dark Crystal. But that was actually like Jim Henson's masterpiece in his mind. So anyway, I've digressed. I am a huge fan of Muppets, Jim Henson, everything Henson. So, growing up, it's only natural for me to watch a movie and be like, Muppets are people too. And then this movie was like, hey, what if puppets, not Muppets, we won't use that word because they don't want to tarnish the Muppet brand with adult content, nor do they want to infringe on Sesame Street rights, which is powered by the Jim Henson workshop. So they created a new branding. Ha! Exclamation point. Henson Alternative. I'm really rambling here, so just bear with me.
No.
So they did this full-on adult content, and what they do in the movie is they address kind of like our issues with race in the world today. They address like, the Muppets, the puppets. They used to be puppets, but now they're like free to roam and everything, and people, they're like second-class citizens and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, it's not weird for me to associate a Muppet as a person. So to me, this was just like a movie that just happened to have Muppet people in it. It was very good. I enjoyed it. It was not over the top comedy like the trailer had led me to believe. Yes, there was a super long ejaculation scene, maybe too long. But I'd say in that movie, that was probably the only joke that went above and beyond what it needed to be. So personally, I think they could and should make sequels because it's just like a regular movie that didn't go over the top. So it doesn't have to be just a once and done shocker. They could actually do a full series of adult content Muppet or puppet films. and I would love it. My inner child would love it, and he could mature himself a little bit because I'm still watching Disney, bro. You know, Moana's my jam.
Moana.
So that's my spiel. I've said about all I can say. I probably have more in there. But what did you think?
Well, when I went into this, I was with high hopes because the trailers were hilarious. The Red Band trailer was absolutely funny, but then now, since the movie came out, the other trailers were a little bit okay. Yeah, they were funny. I love how they did the whole shtick of All Street, No Sesame. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
You know. But walking into this movie, I knew it was going to be raunchy. I knew it was going to be gross. I knew it was going to be an adult film and not for kids.
Indeed.
So walking into this, I was wondering how their story was going to be, especially making it more of like a detective type thing, which I love. I love detective movies. But sitting there watching it, I'm like, okay, that's funny. That's funny. There was like a few funny parts, but then they got really super serious for me. There was a lot of serious parts to it, and I'm like, oh, that's not how I portrayed this. I really thought that if they were going for a comedy shtick, that the trailer was more the comedy shtick than what the movie was. And my quote was when we saw the cut scenes where they had some of the funny stuff, like the bloopers, I thought that was more funny than some of the comedy that was in there. Now, the whole thing, you could probably figure this movie out, to be honest, like right after like what?
Oh man,
a little bit towards the beginning of the movie, you can figure it out.
Say about halfway through, I was just like,
okay, yeah,
that's the killer.
That's the killer. Like we knew who that was going to be.
Yeah, they made it pretty obvious.
And I'm wondering if they did that on for the purpose of that.
Because you always kind of want to play detective when you're watching a movie anyway.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
A lot of movies don't give you the clue. They'll do like the detective found the clue, and then the flashback, and then you're like, oh, but you didn't know.
Yeah,
this movie actually allows you to play detective along with the movie, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, sort of like when Saw. Like Saw, I remember when I first started watching Saw, I didn't know what was going on until boom, right there at the end. I'm like, oh,
right. But going back, you still probably couldn't figure it out.
No,
because they don't give you the clues you need until the end of the movie. This one kind of gives you the clues to play along.
Yeah, and some of the stuff was pretty funny, especially like their drugs. Their drugs are hilarious.
Yeah,
their drugs is not like cocaine or heroin or meth. It's more like it's sugar. It's all sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar. Honey syrup, all that stuff like that, like maple syrup. Yeah. That was like their drugs. It was kind of funny to see that puppets were like, that's their thing. That's what And then one of the questions I asked him was, "How do you kill a puppet?" Yeah,
you've seen in the movie.
You have to blow his head off,
just like anybody else. I mean, just tear them apart and stuff. They're gonna die.
I also thought that silly string for jizz was hilarious.
So ejaculate is the term that we're using here.
That was funny. That was pretty funny.
Jizz, cum, spunk.
That was funny.
Man, gravy, baby, gravy.
Yeah.
No. We're using ejaculate because we're a family network.
But you said ejaculate. Plus, we started off with shit. So.
Okay. That's it. We're no longer a family network. Expletive deleted.
It doesn't matter. The Wicked Turtle Network on Apple Podcasts is actually. Parental consent, so so it doesn't matter. Who cares nowadays?
Plus, if you join the club, we're NWO tactics anyway, baby.
So rating, what do you give this?
Personally, for nostalgia, for comedy, for raunch, for cute puppet vaginas, I'm going to go ahead and I'm personally going to give it at the very least an undefined 8 because I still don't know exactly where I'm at. Do I love this movie or is it just kind of like, okay, I'm giving it an 8 because I
think your love for puppets and your childhood is coming out on that rating.
Not only that, I actually genuinely enjoyed the movie. I actually enjoyed that it wasn't overtly hilarious. I enjoyed that it was right on par with like a good comedic beat without being over the top funny. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to be over the top because, like I said, you go over the top, you kind of blow your load right on the first movie.
With silly string.
Right. So, I think the pacing of the movie and the genuinity of it, that's a new word, coining the phrase genuinity, kind of puts it on par for future films to be greenlit. I enjoyed it. I think it's a fair 8. We
Okay.
don't have to agree.
No, I'm not going to.
Welcome.
Anyways, for my little pebble.
Because you're the penguin. The penguin and the pebble. I like
Anyways.
it. It's a thing.
Anyways, let's see. Pros for me. It was good story. I like the story. The story was really good.
It was a good story.
I can get back behind the characters. Isn't it, what's her name? Melissa McCarthy. I liked her as a cop. I think that was cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I kept in with the story the whole time. Like, so I kept up, like you said, to piggy off your points. Cons are, I didn't think it was like really, really funny. You know, I wasn't like side splitting laughter. It was just a little, like a little quirky. That's funny. Ha. You know, like our little goose thing. Ha ha.
What, and if I may, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I am. What is your like epitome, like your number one that defines comedy for you? What movie?
I don't know. I can't think of that.
Really? I think right off the top of my head, I'd have to go with the first 21 Jump Street. I can't remember a movie.
No, there was some. Yeah,
I laughed from beginning to end.
That was pretty funny.
Like hard.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sit here and think.
You gotta go off the
thinking off
first
the
time
spot.
you saw it, because after you've seen it a couple times, it kind of dulls itself.
Do I feel like my rating will go up when I see the non-rated version of this?
Ooh, probably.
Probably.
More
There is a non-rated version of this. I do know that. I knew they scaled it back a little bit just because so we could watch it, but there is a non-rated version of this. So
excited for that.
That's the same thing with like Batman. Remember Batman and Batman versus Superman, BVS. We did not love that movie. Oh, we went and we saw the 3-hour version of that, and we're like, oh,
it's okay.
I get it. My rating's a little bit better.
A little bit. Not great.
But no, my rating for this, I'm probably going to give this. I'm going to go a 7 on this for me.
Okay.
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was just a meh for me. Yeah. Should I say go see it? Not with your kids. Don't go with your kids and see it. If you're going in there thinking that this is for your children, it's not. I would say this is a date night movie, or less. That's about it. A date night movie.
Might get some,
maybe
some rotten cotton.
But I'm a woman.
That's okay.
That's okay. It's all right. So it's an 8 from the Watt, about a 7 for me. So if you want to see more reviews, more good content,
you know what you can do.
What you gotta do?
Well, you gotta like, you gotta share, you gotta subscribe, you gotta follow, you gotta see first.
See first
for all things Wicked, and you know what? You might as well join the club, right? Grab one of these awesome, sick Wicked Turtle Club t-shirts from United Strong Apparel.
And we'll see you later.
Yeah!
Blah blah.
Riding cotton.